niggas with me, you already know the deal. Smelling like 100 mil, feeling like 100 mil. Riding around my city, got my niggas.
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is ConceitedKurt. Thank you guys for tuning in today. In this video, I just want to talk about my experience switching to free aim in GTA 5. I recently just came upon, it was a year that I switched, and I can just say that it completely changed the way that I viewed this game in many ways. So my reason for switching was because auto aim was getting boring and it was becoming repetitive, and I just wanted more of a challenge. And I knew that a lot of my opponents weren't that good to begin with, but they were just flicking up and getting headshots. So I started doing some research, and I came upon a whole bunch of YouTube montages and whatnot of console players playing free aim, and I was like, I gotta give it a try. I love a challenge, and this is something that is completely new, and I didn't even know people did this and this community existed. So when I finally made the switch and I was just roaming around in free mode sessions, it took me a while. My hardest part was honestly the footwork. But first I want to talk about aiming and whatnot. I realized that it's all about just after a while analyzing how the person's head is moving back and forth and starting to predict where their head will go next. So that was my basic tactic that I was using when I was first started to switch over. Within a couple days, I started to understand the mechanics and how to predict where someone's head will be, and basically how to use rolling. So my hardest part was footwork, and that's something that I truly feel like you develop over time. And basically my problem with footwork was just staying unpredictable and also trying to still aim at somebody's head. And after a while, you just gotta find your own rhythm, and once you find your own rhythm, I feel like if you can build that momentum up within a gunfight, you can just take over and dominate. You know what I mean? Just basically, if you're in my thoughts are for a different video. I want to talk about the importance of momentum in gunfights and whatnot, but just to stay on base and on track, I just want to say that basically, if you can find a good footwork where you got nice rhythm and you can still just mentally stay focused of where the person's head is going, then it really makes it hard for your opponent to just kill you, just because you're moving it in flow. It's just natural. I can't necessarily explain it, and if you're a free aim player, you know what I'm saying. It's just you just know when you're playing well and when your footwork is bad. In the future, I'm going to go more into depth about what I mean by keeping up the momentum in a gunfight and just naturally flowing with your footwork and not being clunky with it, because there definitely is a difference and it's noticeable. Once you start getting kills in free aim and you really just become a solid player, there's not a better feeling than truly just dominating your opponent and getting those headshots, because that instant kill is great when you know it's solely due to your aim and the fact that, you know what I mean, you were able to predict where their head was going to be. And I feel like it's a lot more rewarding mentally than just flicking up with auto aim. With that said, and many times when you do get killed by your opponent, you can analyze whether it was because your footwork was bad and you were lacking and you left your head in the same position, or you can after a while determine if it's because the person has good aim and if his footwork was well. And that's also what I like, is there really is a difference between a trash player in auto aim and a trash player in free aim, and likewise if it would be good player in either modes. And when you come across a good player, you can tell by their footwork, by their aim. Aim is definitely plays a part, obviously, if they're dropping you, but more so just by the way they're moving their head and the way they're bobbing and weaving. I mean, like, when you know a bad player when you see one in free aim, and it's rewarding for when you can take out a good player, because you can tell just by how they are moving around the map. The last bonus that you get from playing in free aim is just being able to truly drive your car in peace to a certain extent. Obviously, there's going to be always someone that might try to lock on with a rocket. That's a different problem, but you don't have to worry about being killed directly on visual contact due to someone, you know, just flicking up with their controller. And it's just a different style of play, and you do come across the tryhards, but tryhards are everywhere, and there's cancerous type of players everywhere. Now, I definitely want to make it clear that free aim is not perfect in any way. This video was not for that. I was just basically explaining more than anything the positive things that come from it. There are bad players in every game and in every mode, obviously, but I'm just saying that overall, switching game aiming styles, aiming modes was just great, and I just feel like free aim offers a different experience that you will never be able to understand in auto aim, and it just changed the way that overall I viewed Grand Theft Auto. And if you guys enjoyed this video, or if you guys feel the same way, definitely make sure you leave a like and share your opinion. And if you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Hope to see you guys in my next video. My name is ConceitedKurt, and remember, if you believe it, you can achieve it. Stay conceited. Peace.